How did Dizzy Wright become financially free? We're going to talk about that in this video. Starting with some background, Dizzy Wright, born Lorante Wright, raised in Las Vegas, is a successful independent music artist turned investor. With the consistent grind that he has been on, this built him a brand that would extend into different industries. Shortly into Dizzy Wright's career, he signed a record deal with Hobson's Funk Volume, which would build him a following. After leaving this label in 2016, Dizzy Wright has maintained and grown larger from sticking with creating quality projects. He continued to build himself up independently, which opened doors for him in the investing world. Going into music, Dizzy Wright has released 17 plus projects. 6 of those projects were during the time he was on Funk Volume. As of October 2021, Dizzy Wright now has complete ownership of the songs he released under Funk Volume, which now brings him more control of his catalog. He does have some projects under Empire Records, which he probably does not have complete ownership of. Still, since 2020, he has been committed to the independent route, which has been successful for him. Being independent was important for him to start his Still Movin' record label, which would grow into more than just that. Dizzy Wright, of course, makes money from touring and merch. He is consistently on tour, which brings in a solid income from that. I actually saw him in 2017, and the crowd that night was rocking with him hard. Touring independently definitely has some troubles, but with the connections that Dizzy Wright has built up during his time in the industry, allows him to continue what he was doing on a label just with himself. This also includes bringing in a larger percentage of that revenue. Overall, when it comes to music, Dizzy Wright going independent opens up more opportunities from the connections and brand he built up. This includes him getting into investing. Let's get into what I am most excited to talk about, and that is investing. Dizzy Wright is the owner of his clothing store, Still Movin', located in Las Vegas. He opened the retail and online store in 2019, which is a major move outside of music. The clothing line does carry his merch, but the focus is the Still Movin' brand itself. It will be interesting to see how this brand develops over time and if more retail stores open up. Dizzy Wright has a growing clothing store that can bring him more income than he's already seeing. Retail stores look to aim for 30% net profit from clothing, which is good to keep in mind considering they keep $30 to every $100 order, and this store is bringing in the customers. Sticking with growing his brand, Dizzy Wright has his own line of cannabis products through Wrenwood Cultivation. This partnership with Wrenwood produces different strains that can be distributed to recreational stores. This includes his first ever Dizzy OG strain. Wrenwood Cultivation distributes to 50 plus stores in the Nevada area and is broken into other markets like California. Getting the Still Movin' brand out to all these stores gives him a major opportunity of growth, especially in the Nevada and California markets. This is a great move for Dizzy Wright because it sticks with his music brand, his personal brand, and the Still Movin' brand. Partnering with Wrenwood Cultivation is major for Dizzy Wright, bringing in income from his cannabis product line. I am sure Dizzy Wright has other investments outside of his entrepreneurship ventures. I am guessing he is in different securities like stocks and bonds because of how business-minded he is. I'd love for him to work his way into investing in established companies. This brings me to the question, what is next for Dizzy Wright? Dizzy Wright will continue to release music under his Still Movin' record label. He just announced a tour which will bring in some good income for him. I think we will see Dizzy Wright take the record label ownership to a different level with signing artists and creating something more. As for his businesses, I believe Dizzy Wright will continue to grow the Still Movin' brand, whether it's his clothing store or in dispensaries. It will be cool to see the retail store grow into additional locations or at least distribute into different locations. I am confident in the success of the cannabis line, as being backed by Wrenwood is a major pipeline to success. It will be exciting to see what comes from that and maybe some new ventures as well. I am definitely interested in hearing Dizzy Wright talk about his investments. In summary, Dizzy Wright has overcame label issues, got his music ownership back, and has been growing independently with his music and business ventures. With the consistent support that Dizzy Wright receives from his fan base, this translates into more income for him now because of his music ownership. This brought him into building more for himself with opening the retail clothing store, Still Movin'. His brand spreads across the marijuana industry as well. With the success that he has seen in both ventures, it would come to no surprise to see new opportunities open up, whether it is new locations or new businesses entirely. Dizzy Wright is very business minded, and it shows with his entrepreneurship ventures. With the different income streams that Dizzy Wright has built up, that is how he maintains being financially free while he continues to grow even more. And that is how Dizzy Wright became financially free. I hope you found this video informational. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, as well as let me know who I should talk about next. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.